Our dream just becomes more clear by the day. The reason being is because Bitstamp says, hey, you may want to pay very close attention. You don't know why? As we work toward obtaining our MiCA license, we are making some adjustments to the selection of crypto assets available on our platform. Unfortunately, this means that Songbird, Flare, EGLD, ICP, and XEC will be phased out. Key dates and next steps are: deposits for these assets will be disabled on March 25th, so that already happened, while trading and withdrawals will be disabled on April 9th, next month. We encourage you to withdraw or sell any holdings before then to ensure you retain full control over your funds. If you still hold these assets in your account, after the deadline, the remaining balance will be automatically liquidated to Euro, EUR. Your other assets at Bitstamp will not be affected, guys. That's crazy. Because what did Brad Garlinghouse say? And what did we say? What did Bearable Guy say? That 99% of these coins will go away, right? There will be a few that makes it. A lot of people are into these coins, guys. Right? A lot of people are into these coins. Now, at a recent conference, experts confirmed that out of 300,000 digital assets tracked, only 50 are worth investing in, with just 10 key tokens, likely to serve as benchmarks for the entire crypto space. Yes, there will be a few meme coins that make it into the future as well, guys. Right? It's just that how many coins are there in the crypto industry, in the crypto sphere? Like millions, right? Thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Even if 99.9% died, there will still be a lot that makes it through. Reflecting on the many different forms of money, he asked, do we need them all? In other words, are CBDCs needed if private money can do the same thing? And why so many cryptocurrencies is the question, right? Well, one for different use cases, right? And people have their own communities. I believe the community coins will be strong, guys, right? It will be on the same metric, the same level playing field as utility type tokens. Why? Because if a community is strong, they will not let that coin die, even through stormy waters, unless they get scared and sell. Quote, I don't think we need so many cryptos and so many layer 1s, he replied. We cover about 300,000 instruments, which is a lot of thousands of individual assets, an instrument being a pair, so there are many more. We think that only 50 should be deemed investable, she suggested. So they're saying out of all these cryptos, or out of all these assets and cryptocurrencies, 50 of them could be investable, guys, right? Where people should invest into those coins, and not the other crazy coins out there. What is my opinion? My opinion is just simply XRP, right? It's the safest, the highest ROI in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. And out of that, given that part of our business is also providing indices and benchmarks that are investable and that you can replicate and hedge, we think that is probably 10 assets. Now it gets even lower. These do not include CBDCs, but stablecoins and forms of cryptocurrency. Tether is definitely not included in this list, right? Wow. That is crazy, guys, right? But again, the coins will not disappear today, tomorrow. You guys notice that? Let me show you guys something. So in bull markets, coins do what? They rise, right? And S coins rise even crazier, right? It has the highest ROI. But in bear markets, what happens? The coins die. The coins that had the highest ROI potential, the S coins, die even quicker when the bear market arrives, right? But in the future, will there be a different ebb and flow of the market? Meaning now it's utility driven, right? Not by speculation, by utility. If utility comes into the play, then those coins will make it if it has a certain use case, right? Yes, meme coins will make it, guys, 100%, right? It's just that there are too many out there. I believe Dogecoin will make it because it has a community. Did Dogecoin die in any of the bear markets? No, it's still alive, right? Which is why I want to make my own meme coin in the future. Now, this is why the SEC is so hard on Ripple, guys, and XRP, right? Because they know that they tried to kill. Isn't it funny how the SEC went only hard against Ripple and XRP when there are so many other coins, such as hundreds and thousands of coins, if not millions, that they could have gone after, but they chose to go after XRP. If that doesn't tell you something, then nothing will. They tried to kill it, and now it's ahead of the horse that's ahead of everything else, every other crypto, which is why I believe it's the safest. It has the highest ROI because of utility. From Eleanor. No, Ripple here. So March 27th, yesterday, the SEC has formally announced litigation dismissal against Kraken, Consensus, and this other entity. Okay, but no Ripple listed there. But I'm not entirely surprised because, again, it is slightly different to these other cases in that the SEC now has to go to the Southern District and ask Judge Torres to lift the standard injunction. Once that is done, they can vote on everything at once, including the withdrawing of the appeal, right? See, it seems like it's still not finished, right? It's at the last stage. So in about 30 days, people are talking about a month or two, right? What's funny is they literally hate Ripple, but ask yourself why when there are so many other coins that they could have gone after. They did go after different companies, crypto fintechs, companies, and all that stuff, but they chose to drop the other cases quick and fast. Now with Ripple and XRP because it's the chosen one, I believe, right? Yes, everything Ripple is complicated. Why? Because they want you to be frustrated, guys. They want you to sell, right? And the piece of the whole puzzle will be, do not get fooled. The Ripple vs. SEC will officially end once the SEC votes on the settlement, it seems as. Ripple agrees to pay $50 million fine and drop the cross appeal to settle SEC lawsuit. The settlement is now pending the SEC's vote and will end the XRP lawsuit if approved. So they're waiting on the SEC's vote, and if approved, if green lit, which are they going to do it or not, the lawsuit will end. Right? Who knows when that will happen? People are talking about 2 months or something. That is true. I'm guessing the reason why they want to delay because once it's fully given the green light, as JP Morgan stated, what if Ripple wins or XRP wins, they'll have the green light, right? And it will encourage institutional investor participation, right? It will have the highest green pass, guys. And NDAs will be dropped and all that stuff, announcement and all that sort of stuff. So I'm guessing they're waiting. They're waiting, right, for the opportune time. Though there are these secretive meetings happening with the SEC, Sunshine Act notice. It just happened yesterday, right? Well, what did they talk about? Were they discussing Ripple and the fine? The good thing that's happening now is SEC to shift focus away from crypto enforcement under new leadership. That's funny because Gary has now gone bye-bye, as stated right here.
I'll start with you, Mr. Atkins. man, you just have to be able to breathe and not be a complete raging lunatic, and you're going to be the greatest SEC commissioner compared to the last guy. I mean, congratulations on coming after Gary Gensler, who objectively probably was one of the stupidest people in government.
Wow. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he was a genius. He gave everyone so much time to accumulate more XRP. He was a blessing in disguise. 100%. But you see how the SEC is beginning to shift focus away from crypto, and they're like, let's lean back on crypto and let's focus on elsewhere, other industries, right? With enforcement. There's an issue. You see how they're not going to go after everything else? All these other cryptos? The time where they'll become very strict and laws and regulations will be put in place is when there needs to be a cataclysmic event that you and I lose money. When that event happens, and no one will be blamed except that event, right? And all these coins will die. When that event appears is when everything will make sense. There will be clarity for the entire industry because they're going to bring it the next day. Though right now, they're like, you know what? Let's give them the ocean, and then they will take it back. Creativity is probably not where we want to be. Yeah, it seems like, I mean, this is a good sign right now, but I know they're going to come back at some point in time, as soon as retail starts screaming for help. The acting enforcement director also said cases aimed at individual accountability will be the SEC's priority. It's always a priority, but I do think that those are cases that are going to be received better by this commission, he said. That's amazing though, right? It seems like the tide has turned around, guys, where I think this what I truly think is happening. They're becoming more lenient on cryptos for the simple fact that they want you and I to become more comfortable using cryptocurrencies. When we are, right, and people are, it's becoming mainstream. When the event strikes, people will lose a lot of money. Whatever they have invested into, then people scream for help. They'll come back and introduce laws and regulations, right? So they're going to kill all these birds with one stone. The time is nigh. Senate committee holds a nomination hearing of Paul Atkins, and he's a pro crypto, guys.
Industry efforts to develop best practices for the digital asset industry.
Right. So yeah, the new financial system is on the horizon. I mean, they're laying the groundwork right now, but I think there needs to be a trigger to accelerate everything, not financial advice. What is SO Face Amazing? See ya. Just be cautious.